weird error. I could
Actually,
have caught.
there is no driver problem because you are not using like more than millions of trillions of figures. We are using only like less than 100 only, but it should not be a problem. It's kind of, it's not a driver error. I'm not thinking like it's a driver error, but
You want to see the error because we should be able to look at the error, right?
can you make it as bulk and try to run this one right away? Control S. Start the work. You succeeded, right?
No, I see. So maybe it was, I mean, the table was there, and for some reason it was like the table, there is no access to the table. Some weird issue was happening.
Okay. But driver error, it will not come because bulk is something different one. So that is what my confidence. It's not that particular error. Maybe driver error in a sense it is not exactly give the connection strings and all those things. That could be the problem, but it is not exactly.
Okay.
Bulk.
Then I have 4 other questions. So like here I had to give the schema name somewhere. It wasn't here. Here. Without this, it didn't work.
Without table name also, you are trying to know.
Prefix is the schema name.
No, without giving also it should work because we are depending on the connection string, right? So it will directly take it to the that table name prefix.
Okay, let me remove this and show you. And you're saying here also I don't have to mention this target dot?
Why you are using the pre-SQL and post-SQL?
Because I want to clean out the table before I
Yeah, there is other option. There is other options are there. Why you are going for this one? Go up little bit up.
Let's truncate the table.
There is a truncate table option is there. Come down. Slowly. Truncate target table option. Enable that one. Automatically it will truncate the table before loading it to it.
Okay, let's see if this works. Because there's another thing I thought it. And how do you start this? Is there like a F5 or some button, or you just run it like this only?
Yes. Go to the workflows and starts. At 3, you are go to the workflow, start workflow. Otherwise, right click on the session. Right click on the session. Yes. Just start task. Only this option. There is no buttons.
No buttons.
No, not this task. That is only simple task. Only start task that is.
I see. Oh, so it won't complete the whole flow?
No. If you want to run the complete workflow, you need to run. Otherwise, only session run, not to start. Just right click on the session, start task.
Okay, let's see if that runs. So somehow I thought that schema information was causing it. Okay, then what else? See properties. SQL, PostSQL. Suppose there are 2 other questions I had. One was, let's say I want to run some PostSQL like build index or something, and I need to use the table name as the parameter. I was trying to search for parameters, but I don't remember. Yeah, here I guess variables. So you call them variables, and parameters is the same thing, or variable is a different thing?
These are like built-in variables, okay? Built-in. By default, Informatica, I have this one. Apart from this, we can have like our own variables we can create and we can use them.
So is there anything for the table name here, like I can use?
Table name you want to, why, what is the, like, what exactly you want to do? Let me know.
Let's say I want to like build index on table or something. Yeah. So the table name needs to be a parameter. Or there is some log file here, for example, this reject directory. So I want to use the table name as one of the file, like this, whatever. So instead of hard coding this, I want it to be some dollar table name dot file name.
No. Actually, there is a separate. We need to declare a table name as a parameter. It's not directly we can take that one, like dollar. Like we cannot take this one because we need to like connection string wise we can like we can parameterize, like we can because every time going to the, like, so today I am using the Oracle connection string. Tomorrow if I want to, so with the same department table contains the same structure. So instead of you getting the data from the Oracle, if I need to get the from the Oracle server, MS SQL server, simply instead of going Informatica level and changing the connection string, I can use the parameter file and I can change the parameter value there itself. So those things we can do that one.
So it's more of a global parameter.
We are going to discuss about these parameters and file names. These are all like our part of like our course content.
Okay, that's fine. Then if let's say there was a failure, for example, I want to ignore that failure. So what kind of options are there here? Ignore failure or something, like if out of 100 one record was rejected, still the load should be successful, something like that.
Here there is a, go to the properties. There you can mention the commit interval level. Come down.
Yeah, right.
Commit interval, yes. Here you can do the commit interval.
No, this is different. Commit is probably commit doesn't work in the burst load anyways because it's not going as a transaction. What I mean to say is the workflow is going to fail if there was a record rejected, right?
Okay.
So is it possible to still kind of show it as successful by rejecting that record? So I don't want to see a failure at the workflow level.
In that case, what exactly you can do is, I mean, you already know the rejection records.
Okay, where is that one?
Reject in the sense, suppose if we are if I am using like some filter transformation, right? Suppose based on the department number 10, I am trying to load. So all the 20, 30, 40 will be rejected, right? Anyway.
Right.
So it is filtering based on this one. So those things are we are not at all getting any error over there.
Now, for example, let's say primary key is a constraint, and then while loading it, it was violated. So the record is rejected, and at the end, the thing is the load is going to fail because not all records were loaded. So is that something like this? Stop on error, and give it like 100 or something. So 100 errors will be ignored. Is it handled here?
Error handling, stop on errors, because like typical errors are like some primary key error and primary key constant error, definitely we are going to get anyway. We cannot skip those errors. Skipping those errors and you want to run the same workflow continuation, right?
Because they are coming from an external component, you are saying. Mm-hmm. So what I mean to say is, let me actually restate my question. Okay. So is there a whiteboard here? Draw. And so in ab initio terms I am explaining. So you get something. Okay, some flow is there. Okay, this is a component, and then goes out maybe, or this could be a table, anything. Okay, maybe it is the end component, so there is nothing going on. This is like a load to the database. So you get 100 records. It may load 80, or if this is some other component, you have 100 records. Because of something, you have 90 records here. Some transformation was there, and data type didn't match. You are trying to like cast a string into a number, but it didn't work. So that transformation is going to fail. So not all records go out. Now there are two options. One is this will fail by default if you don't do it anything. What you can do is you can connect a reject port, and then you can do whatever. You can put it in a file or put it in trash, which is just ignore it, something like that, and then you can set like a reject threshold within this component, which allows the flow to run. And if you say 10%, you can give a percentage, or you can give a hard number. And then if that threshold is exceeded, then this component will fail. Otherwise, the whole flow will be successful. Other option is never fail. So no matter how many, like even 100 records go to this port, nothing goes out. Even then, the whole thing is successful. Same thing with, like, if it is a database load. Database loaded 80 records, and 20 were rejected by the database. The whole thing fails by default. But if you want it to still kind of run to success, you can set a couple of things within this component, and then it shows a success. So you are collecting an error file or something, logging it somewhere else, making some other things behind the scenes.
What exactly we are doing is we are exactly comparing the ab initio tool with Informatica, right? I have seen these particular components, like some components I remember. This is the type like ab initio is going to do. Like everything, like it is a join, it is rejecting, they are tracing
now,
it in the file.
I just want to
yeah, there is a options are available, like not every time. Like if you take like in ab initio, every time anybody can set that particular thing. But Informatica wise, it's like based on the requirement, we need to trace those particular rejected files and all those things. Every time it is not going to happen, because my client, he really doesn't want about collecting all those things and how we are maintaining and all those things. But finally he wants expected output is, okay, this is my output. Okay, whether you are going to collect the errors and you are going to collect the reject records, and you are later you are going to process those records. It doesn't matter, right? So in Informatica, yes, definitely we can trace those things. If the database is rejecting those records, there is a we can trace those things.
So do you, like, you create some other flow here and then handle that, because I don't see anything that you can connect to this one. So the logic seems to be completely different in Informatica. I just wanted to.
Yeah. Informatica, there is no like we need to develop that one. That is what I'm saying is that purely based on, because every time we no need to there is, because every time we are going to work on tables only, right? Not files all the time. If I take ab initio, every time, like most of the times, I am going to work on files only.
No, not necessarily. I mean, that's not true all the time. It just depends. You work on files because it allows the sharing of data between, like once you process the data, it's much easier to share within files across teams because it's already on the disk. Maybe you can sort the files beforehand, so joining with something else becomes easier. But not necessarily it always reads from a file and writes to a file.
Okay, actually in Informatica also there is a, if you go to the session level, there is a bad file directory and there is a bad file directory will be there. So it is going to store all those particular records into the bad file directory. So go to the bad file directory, edit, go to the target level, mappings, target, come down, slowly come down. Here you can see reject file directory, reject file name, and all the what are the records are rejected, it will be going and storing in this particular file.
So how do I go to this file?
Yeah, this is a $PM bad file directory, right? Go to the C drive, Informatica.
Can I?
Not here. Go to the Windows level. Go to the C drive. Informatica is there, right? Informatica 9.0. Here servers. Okay. Info shared. Okay, this is the actually $P and info shared and bad file directory is there, right? Bad files. Bad files. Go to the bad files. This is what exact meaning of $PM bad file directory.
Okay, but how do you know it is mapped to that? You memorize that, or I can evaluate that this parameter somewhere?
No, the meaning of $PM directory is it is equals to whatever it is there, right? See Informatica 9.0.1 server info shared bad files. Okay. Not only this one. Go to the come down or go up. There is a like some other directories also will be there.
Yeah. So I'm saying this is set somewhere. So where is this set? This PM bad file there is a variable.
Yeah, it's a Informatica system level like variable or parameter we can say. It is by default generated by Informatica.
Okay. And if we wanted our own, then we create that at a session level, you said, which we will see later.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. And then this BAD file format is what? You get to select the format of this file, or it's pretty much whatever is there?
You can open in a text file.
It's a 0 byte, so I won't know that. But we can tweak this. If we're doing something else, let's see.
Amal, I mean, just you can try it yourself. Definitely, okay. you are going to get some output on that one, and you can open in a text file. As a text file, you can see all the records.
Okay.
Okay. I'm winding up the class over here, and we'll meet tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you, Amal.
Yeah. All right. See you. Bye.